Michelle here. In today's video, I'm going to take a look at 5 Hoyas that are really strong and bounce back. I consider these very tough Hoyas. This is just my personal experience in my care. The 5 Hoyas that I'm going to show you today have stood the test of time through stressful situations, through some have stood through root rot, some have had root mealies. Most of them have started from single nodes, so they have grown this size from this much. So I thought I'd show you these and explain to you why I think these are such sturdy, strong, hardy Hoyas, and see if you agree. If you like today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That lets me know where I'm on the right track with my content. If you'd like to see other plant-related content like this from me, please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section below. I like to interact with my comment section, so I will get back to you. And so now, the first Hoya. The first Hoya is kind of my OG tough Hoya, and that is the Hoya mathilde. And this is a splashy mathilde, but this is just a Hoya mathilde. As you'll notice, it's in bloom right now. The blooms smell like cat litter, but they are really beautiful. The reason why I say the Hoya mathilde is a very strong, sturdy Hoya is that I got this Hoya as 1 node, 2 leaves from a friend of mine when I was very new to Hoyas. And it was, I don't remember if it was rooted or not. I don't remember. But I had it in a cup, in a little 2-inch cup, and I rotted the roots, and then I restarted it, and then I rotted the roots and I restarted. And that's what I did for about 6 months, is I would get it to grow like 2 leaves, and then it would die back, and then it would grow a leaf and die back. And I could not figure out how to get it to stay alive. I could not figure out the watering. What happened was eventually over time, I did figure out the watering. And this Hoya grew, and thankfully this Hoya was so strong that it lasted, that it survived through all those restarts and all those situations. And normally you wouldn't expect a Hoya to be that sustainable, I guess would that be the word? Maybe. You wouldn't think that it would keep going that long, but it did for me. So this Hoya that will propagate and turn into a plant with just a single node and a single leaf or 2 leaves is the Hoya mathilde. And I know it's not just me on the mathilde, because Kevin from Hakuna La Planta propagates massive Hoya mathildes from single node cuttings. So I know it's not just me. The second plant that is just a powerhouse for me is this finlaysonii. Now, this finlaysonii does not have any type of designation as to what, variety it is. I personally call this a round leaf finlaysonii because all of the leaves have round edges to them. This is in soil. It's in so little soil that if I probably pulled on this, the whole thing would come out as roots. I won't do that. But this is strong, I say, because there was a period of time where I didn't have anything in soil because I massively overwatered and rotted the roots on everything I had in soil. It was kind of like a speed bump in my learning of Hoyas. So even though I was trashing all the roots by watering them in soil, this plant kept its roots and stayed alive. And so it stayed hardy. And then it started blooming. It has two peduncles. It has a peduncle right there. And it has a peduncle, where's the other one? Right here. Right here, where my thumb is. So this Hoya has consistently kept growing throughout any type of situation I may have had. This has always kept going, and it's still continuing to grow new leaves. This leaf is very flimsy, very thin, telling me that this is a brand new leaf. This is still soft. This is a new leaf. This is still a new leaf because you can tell it's got an indent from where it brushed up against the trellis. So for my second plant that I think is just a sturdy and hardy plant, it's my finlaysonii. The third plant is my crassipetiolata splash, and this is a strong Hoya, but this is looking a little iffy right now. And the reason being is I broke a stem off of this, and I had to unwrap about a third of it to take it off, to cut the leaves off and retrellis, and to take them off and to cut them up into cuttings and root them, because the stem got bent and those leaves would have just died. So this is my crassipetiolata splash. That's the back side. Doesn't look as good as the front side. This plant was given to me as a gift. It started off as 2 leaves. So as you can see, from 2 leaves in 2 years would basically make this a very hardy plant. The reason why I included in this is because I have done all sorts of things to this plant. I have re-rooted it, recently re-rooted it. As you can see, it only has 1 new root sticking out of the pot, but thankfully it has roots in the net pot, as you can see. But the reason why I say that this is a very strong Hoya is for the reason I just told you about. The reason I broke a stem and I had to unwrap it off the trellis and put it into cuttings over here. I don't have room to repot those cuttings back with this plant when it gets done, so I will make another plant out of it. This Hoya seems to do well with whatever I throw at it. It continually grows leaves. It has a couple of peduncles right there and right there. It does like to bloom, though it hasn't bloomed fairly recently. It bloomed a couple months ago. But this plant is, it's a pretty big plant. Started off from 2 leaves 2 years ago. So that in and of itself, I think, makes it a very sturdy and hardy plant. My fourth plant is the Snow Cui silver. And the reason I say that is because this plant started with me as 1 node, and I didn't really know anything about this plant. I didn't know what to expect with it. And I literally just, it was unrooted. I stuck it in, oh no. I stuck it in a pot and it's got root mealies. See, it's got root mealies. Okay. Well, see, this is the reason why this plant is hardy, because it's got root mealies, and look, it's got all this growth. It started off as 1 leaf, 1 node. And what I will do is Carol Knoll, who is the admin of the Hoyas 101 Plus website or Facebook group, she says that you can flush it with hydrogen peroxide, and that will get rid of the root mealies. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to worry about it. It's not the end of the world. I've dealt with enough root mealies that it's not the end of the world. So this is 2 parts. It has 2 stems. It's got this stem and it's got this stem. It's growing loose in the cabinet now, but I think I'm going to put it on a trellis. It's got this new leaf right here, but I think that it's really beautiful. Not too many people say that much about it. I don't know if that's because it's not that much is known about it, if it's not that popular, if it's an older plant that's got reestablished again. The 4th plant is my Snow Cui silver. And we'll set it over here opposite the others because it's got the root mealies. And last but not least is my meredithii. I will turn this around, and we can't forget new leaf down here, or up here. So this is my meredithii. I say that this is a very strong Hoya because this is in pieces actually right now. And this has root mealies too. So this is in pieces right now. I cut it up because it had root rot. So this poor plant had root mealies and root rot. But it has really taken off since I've recut it and started the roots over from root rot. It does have root mealies now, but like I said, I will do the hydrogen peroxide drench and soak, and that should get rid of them, so I'm not worried about it. The reason why I say that this is a strong, incredibly strong Hoya is that I did take this apart. I did cut this into pieces, and it has responded back to me as a beautiful new plant. I do want to put this on a trellis once I get it kind of tamed into place, but not right now. Right now it's a little crazy. It's still growing like mad. It's got, this is a new leaf here, this is a new leaf here, this is a new leaf right here that got damaged, and then this is a new leaf right here. So the plant is still going, and I will take care of those root mealies, and it will be a good plant again. So those are my 5 Hoyas today that are really strong, that really survive, that really outlast anything that's happened to them in my care. I feel good knowing that I have a base of knowledge that I can treat these Hoyas, and I know that if I do have an instance where I do something to them that they cannot tolerate, I have the knowledge and the ability to go ahead and restart them so that they will regrow and regain their previous luster. I appreciate you taking the time to join me today, and until next time, I'll see you again later. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye.